We've collected what we think are the top 12 ways to stop spending money through impulsive buying, so you can start saving more. Let's start the countdown. Number 12. Learn to borrow. Borrowing is an excellent way to curb your desire to buy. For example, you could buy books on Amazon or a local bookstore, but you can just as easily get the books you want to read entirely for free by borrowing them at the library. The former can cause you to spend money, and often impulsively, but the latter can help you stop spending money that can be put to better places. Number 11. Return or exchange items. There's no escaping the reality that some items you buy aren't going to live up to your expectations. However, there's no good justification for keeping that item that you'll never use, especially if you can get your money back for it. Whenever you fall into this unfortunate event, make the effort to return and exchange the item when you can. Number 10. Set goals. It's monumentally more difficult to accomplish goals if you haven't structured them clearly. For instance, if you're looking to stop impulse buying, you need to write down exactly how and why you want to accomplish it. This will give you a clear insight into what needs to be done and the motivation to push you forward, so you can see your goal accomplished and feel the joy of having it done so. Number 9. No spend periods. There's no better way to stop spending money than to literally stop spending money. In other words, give yourself no spend periods to help avoid unnecessary spending. Depending on your personality and disposition, you can either have one day a week where you don't spend or take up the challenge to not spend for an entire week. Have you tried a no spend period before? Let us know in the comments how it impacted your life. Number 8. Shop with a list. Shopping without a list is an easy way to get trapped in impulsive buying. Most stores are designed to guide you from one aisle to the next, where tempting sales draw you in what seems to be a perfect pathway to losing hundreds of dollars on things you don't need. So, if you prepare in advance and shop with a list, you can overcome the temptations and stop spending outside your budget. Number 7. Unsubscribe from high-frequency newsletters. High-frequency newsletters are typically from companies that send you to flash deals and sales that spark a desire to buy. Often, they'll claim that this is the only time they'll have this sale, only to proceed to have the same sale a few months later. If these newsletters cause you to lose more money than you want, then unsubscribe to them so you can stop impulse buying. Great! You've passed 50% of the video, and the upcoming tips are even stronger and more impactful. I'm excited to share them with you. Number 6. Stop window shopping. Thinking you're avoiding spending your money through window shopping is like saying you're avoiding eating more calories by going into a donut shop to watch them be made. The truth is that you'll eventually succumb to buying something, since your heart desires whatever items you're looking for. The only way around this is to altogether avoid window shopping. Number 5. Learn the right time to spend. There are cases where shopping can be very healthy and even therapeutic when done in moderation. A strong tenet of frugal living is to never live beyond your means, and sometimes that means you need to reward yourself for all the hard work you do, otherwise you may lapse away from frugal living. If you feel you deserve a reward, then just make sure that you have the cash, not credit, to afford it. Number 4. Get an accountability partner. If you really can't seem to stop spending money, then find someone who can hold you accountable. This can be a friend or family member, and they'll essentially keep track of you, however frequently you feel you need, to make sure you aren't spending money wastefully. Shopping can be a real addiction, and if this is the case for you, then having someone help you through it may be the only way. Number 3. Pay with cash. There are 2 reasons why cash is recommended as the best mode of purchasing. Firstly, cash is money you own, so you can't spend more than you have. Secondly, there's a common association with people spending cash that makes them feel sad, fearful, or resistant because they must let go of something they need to survive. If you want to overcome impulse buying, use your natural reaction to losing money to deal with it. Number 2. Use time constraints. The act of impulsively buying means buying something with little to no thought and with very little time going by. A logical way to counter this is to add some form of time constraint to your desired purchases. Depending on your personality and the items you're buying, you can implement 24, 48, or 72-hour rules, but the sky's the limit. Before I share this last tip with you, let us know in the comments below what money-saving tips you'd like us to cover next. Number 1. Let go of FOMO. FOMO, the fear of missing out, can be a real cause of impulse buying. It's normal to fear you're missing the latest trend if you don't have the newest iPhone, but we all know another new one will come out a few months to a year later. When you realize that trends are short-lived, you can let go of FOMO and stop spending money on things you don't need and find value in items that'll serve you a lifetime. Now you've learned some of the best ways to stop spending money. In the next video here, we are listing some of the easiest spending-proof tips to implement. Click here. Friends, as always, I hope you gained value from this video. If you did, share and like. Subscribing would mean a lot to me. Thanks.